Who's your favorite person to work with in the ring?
I'd have to say Beth Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Because when me and her started wrestling together, I had been there for a few years. I felt like I, was confident enough to kind of, show what I had. And Beth, I felt like, was the best one to bring it out of me. And we just we worked together for probably 2 years. Like, every house show, it was because it was great. You have the big, mean, bad guy, and you have me, and it's like, and she's so much bigger than me, and just like, she was able to do, the power moves and just make people feel sorry for me, and she knew exactly what to do, and, I just played the innocent baby
I remember
face
some of those matches. Phoenix is great.
Yeah,
Genius hired her.
Yeah.
I don't know who that was. Another great hire by Tommy Dreamer.
Yeah.
See, this is all about me, ladies and gentlemen, not about her. Forget about that. I didn't even remember this. You had a mini program with Layla after you guys split up?
Yeah, because Brooke had just left. So Extreme Expose was gone. So I think 1 week we had it, and then Brooke left, and we were like, had to go from there. So they just instantly were like, okay, you guys are feuding now. So we're like, okay. Of course, she turned into the mean bitchy girl, and she played. I liked when she was a heel. I think she played it really well, and we always had fun together. Like, we were great friends. So it was, and we kind of had the same experience. So we tried to just do the best we could and work off each other.
I think your character is a lot like yourself. Do you know how you got your name, by the way?
Okay, this is what I've heard.
I know, because I was a creative at this time.
Okay, so it was Kelly.
You hear how it is? Okay, Tommy. See how it goes? We're getting the real Barbie blank right here. It's really morphing into this is how it is. This isn't an act. We're getting the real shoot interview. Okay, Tommy Poopers.
Tommy. So I heard it started off as Kelly the first week. Then the next week it turned into Kelly, and I was like, well, why? And they said something about a cheer song that goes Kelly, I don't know, and that's what I had heard. So now I want to know the real story.
The reason why you were Kelly, because you were so dumb, we had to
Shut up.
We had to make you remember your name twice.
That is such bull crap.
So I'm serious.
I had been on TV for a week.
But
That's
it was you were Kelly because you were so dumb. Your parents, no, like storyline.
Oh.
Your parents, not that you're dumb now. Your parents had to name you Kelly, so you remember your name twice.
Oh, okay.
Kelly, get it?
That's great.
Real
Awesome.
life. Yeah, you were. Well, again, hey, my wife, Beulah McGillicuddy. We had to give her a fat chick's name. That's how stuff happens. Kimona Wanalea in the original ECW. I wanted to name her Some Young Dumb Fuck.
Oh my.
And Paul wouldn't allow that for some reason.
How
about this? Working with, and he was always a big fan, and not just because you're both Jewish, working with Paul Heyman. This isn't even on your friggin' sheet, RF video. We don't need to hear your stupid laugh. Hate these things. I don't know why you people even purchase these things. Boring. I'm here to spruce it up.
I'm not boring.
No, I don't like to shoot interview. I've never done one by myself.
Yeah, no, I was glad that because I don't think I would have done it if you weren't here with me.
I just think they're boring. I want to see your career retrospective.
Yeah.
I want to see a picture of Layla and you going at it, totally jobbing your thing right now. But we are here to make this more fun, and this is fun. I'm finding out shit about you. You're finding shit about you that you didn't know. Kelly, stupid person.
Yeah.
Anyway, Paul Heyman.
Yeah. Paul was great. He also helped me out a lot. Tell me the do's and don'ts. Just tried to keep me out of trouble.
Paul was great at spotting talent, and he was like, "This girl has it."
I know.
You did. You have that it factor. You were pure eye candy at first, but you progressed, but again, your hand was held.
Yeah.
And it paid off.
Thank you.
But again, tell me about Paul. Was he crazy with you? Did he ever lie to you?
No.
Or was that my shoot interview?
Maybe that was yours. Not really, because there was no real reason to lie to me. I mean, I was, like I said, I was starting out. I mean, everything was so new to me, and it was all, I mean, basically my interactions with him was just about the show and telling, the storyline that night and how I can do things better if, when it came to acting, he would give me advice on that, how I can, make the drama more intense or, just stuff like that I had no idea because I'd never acted either. So, You were
such a natural.
I know.
CM Punk. Worst segment ever.
Well, then, too, I remember I had to get hit with a Singapore cane.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
And you're like, tell me about top of my head.
Listen, okay. So Paul was like,
Who hit you?
Sandman. But here's the thing.
Yes.
They were like, okay, you're going to get hit by the Singapore cane tonight. Are you okay with that? And I was like, hold on. How many women have gotten hit with freaking Singapore cane?
A bunch.
Not on WWE.
Well, they were soft.
So, yeah.
That's why that went.
And I was 19, by the way. So they're like, are you okay with that? And I was like, well, yeah, I guess, whatever. Andrew's like, okay, if you say no, you're going to look like a puss. He's like, just do it. And I was like, oh my God. All right. So I'm like, Sandman, just, practice what you're going to do. So he's like, this is all, Kelly, this is all I'm going to do. Girl, this is all I'm going to do. And it's like, this all.
He's here tonight, too.
I know, I'm excited.
Can I get you hit with a Singapore cane?
Oh, no, don't do that anymore. So he just goes like a little ding. And I was like, that's it? All right, I got this. So we get out there. I turn around. I turn into it. He winds that thing back. Like, I'm seeing it. I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be so bad. So he winds it back and just lets me have it. And I swear to God, like, my mom even told me, she was like, you made that face right before you were gonna cry as soon as he hit you and you went down.
Like the time you broke your tailbone.
Yes, she was like, I thought you were so hurt. Like, she was like calling me as soon as it happened. So hit me, I go down, I'm like seeing stars, like I'm legit like, oh my God. And I like had to wait, like they stretcher me, they put me on a stretcher, they bring me to the back. Vince is standing over me. I open my eyes like, you okay, Kelly? Kelly, you okay? That was fucking awesome. Kelly, you okay? I was like, yeah, I'm okay. So I like get up and I'm like about on the verge of tears and everybody's watching in the back. Okay. So Andrew comes up, and this is before, and he's like, don't let him fucking see you cry. Don't let him see you cry. I'm like, okay. He's like, just go to the back and then you can cry when you get in the locker room. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I start walking and everyone's like, good job. Yeah. And I'm like, thanks. And then I get to the back, I'm like, oh my God. It was so awful.
That's great. That's not awful.
No, it was pretty bad.
Really. I only took a few of those cane shots through my career. And that's when he was on cocaine and drugs. At least here he was sober doing it.
Yeah, it did not feel good.
Yeah, I know. That's a lot of scars on my body. That is a great story. Yeah. Man, that's awesome. I totally remember that. Yeah. And I remember like looking at you like, that was great.
Yeah.
And I remember you were like giving me the look like, Tommy, leave me alone, I want to die.
I know. Let me just
go. That is phenomenal. Mm-hmm. I remember then Andrew got let go. Mm-hmm. We were still traveling with each other.
Yeah.
I don't remember who we had in the car. It would always be like I like to travel with everybody.
Yeah, but I feel like I was always by your side.
Yeah. I took care of her.
But it was always somebody switching in and out.
Here we go. Thoughts of working with... so now ECW's gone. Mm-hmm. They do the draft. You're drafted to Raw.
Yes.
And were you happy about that?
I was very excited. I was ready for a new kind of chapter. I feel like I had done so much in ECW and it was kind of my time. I felt like it was my time to be on Raw, the staple show, and I was excited about it.
And now you're also not traveling and not being protected by Raw, because I was on SmackDown.
Yes.
And I remember...
Who did I start traveling with then? Was it Mickey, maybe? Candace? Layla. Yeah, Layla, because Layla got brought up with me.
And now you're also expected to be more of a wrestler, not eye candy, all that stuff.
Exactly.
Victoria, did you work with her?
Yes, a lot. She was great. She was like, her and Jillian were like one of the first, two women after, ECW who I worked with, and they were great. They were so helpful and just teaching me and putting together the matches, and It was good.
Victoria's great. So is
Yeah.
Jillian.
Yeah, I know they're both really great.
Do Victoria's punches hurt? They look like she slugs them.
No. Some girls are more snug than others, and that's just how they work. But I like it because I was able to
really
start crying, and that's what really got the sympathy. You know what I mean? So I was just like half the time I was like, just lay it in. You know what I mean? I want to get that raw emotion.
And I think now I view you as the WWE's America's sweetheart in the sense of here's this precious little flower, delicate little Kelly, but you could slowly watch the progression of your character, but also how the fans are reacting to you. Back to when we did the bikini contest, I remember now we're also doing television, and the one building you won. Yeah. And you came back, you were like, yeah, but you don't want to show it like to Francine and all that stuff. But I could tell it was the tides were starting to turn. Yeah, and I could tell, Francine was like, Because I remember Francine coming to me and be like, it's so hard to compete against a 19-year-old girl, Tommy, blah, blah, blah. Good times. I was getting it from every age. I'm like everybody's mentor. I hate you right? all.
No, you don't.
Could I say that on my shoot interview?
He doesn't. He really doesn't.
So then, you got Victoria, Jillian. Did you work with Mickey a lot?
I did, but she was a baby face at the time. I was the baby face, so we just worked together. But she was great, helping me, trying to figure out when we had tag matches, just working on my strengths and just doing the stuff that I, knew until I was totally comfortable with kind of holding my own.
Mickey's my favorite babyface female worker. She's always moving forward. She's super big right now.
Well, she's pregnant.
I know, that's why I was...
So excited.
You're super big too. What? Mickey James, Layla Jillian, we already talked about that. So we already talked about that. Candy. Another good friend of mine and yours. But she was always a baby face too.
She was. So we, just tag teamed.
What was the stupidest?
And bikini contests together.
What was bikini
in China?
Contests? Stupid WWE PG era. We want to see more bikini.
No, this was before that.
I know, but they don't do them anymore.
No, they don't. No.
I rember towards the end there where John had to actually go out, best job ever, check all the girls' outfits, see if it was revealing.
I remember in a meeting, they were showing pictures to all the superstars. They were showing pictures. Okay, this is what you can wear. This is what you can't. So of course they show a picture of me and my shorts are like completely on my butt, and they're like, "This is a no." And I was like, what happened to me being an exhibitionist and basically showing everything? But now I can't show it.
I remember your thongs, and me and Tess would always make fun of your butt, and like,
why?
We would just make fun of you to make you self-conscious. You did. You had a big jiggly booty.
It's nice.
I don't care. It was a flabby. We used to take pictures, and you'd be like, you need to do squats.
I was 19. I still have like baby fat.
And by the way, this is Tommy Dreamer telling another person she has a big butt, so a butt is half my size. So again, it was just to pick on you, really, I think. Because you were my best friend's girl, and we were best friends, and that's what you do, make yourself conscious.
Exactly.
Toughen her up. Toughen her up.
Yep.
Who do you consider a mentor?
I would say you, for sure.
Right. And not just because I'm sitting here. If someone else was asking.
No, I say it in a lot of interviews. Whenever they ask,
I know.
I say Tommy.
You have never disrespected me. I love you for
it. Definitely, I think Al Snow when I first came in, because he, was my teacher and, really wanted us to do well, I think. And, let's see.
Jobber was
Andrew,
a mentor.
Of course, yes. Of course.
Both positive and negative.
Yeah.
Yes. It was tough love.
It was, because he was, he was one of those.
Oh yeah, no, I know. We were in the car all the time.
I would say
he would heal. Yeah, it is hard, and I've done it. I was with Beulah McGillicuddy, and she was my girl, as well as I'm with her. And when you're passionate about your job, and if there was mess ups, and she would mess up all the time, there was a lot of car rides where it was just berating promos. I'd be driving, he'd be yelling. There'd be tears in the back. Andrew, shut up. There'd be a smack. It's good times. But again, it's hard. But it's because he wanted you to get better.
Yeah.
And It did. It worked.
Yeah.
Who else? Gail Kim. I didn't even know she was there.
Yeah.
Memories teaming up with Gail Kim and Melina to face Team Raw. Natalia, McCool, and Phoenix.
I don't remember that.
Yep. See, we don't remember that. Next question. I
had a great match with Gail in my hometown, though, in Jacksonville. We had a 10-minute match on Superstars, and all my family was right in the front row, and we just, I mean, unbelievable. Like, I have to say that was one of my best matches, and it was just so great because it was in my hometown, and after it was like, I ran up to my mom, I was like crying, my granny, and... Granny.
Mary, she was there too?
I don't know. Yeah, she was. I think so.
How many of the boys would hit on you a day, you think?
I don't know, because when I first came in, I basically started dating Andrew immediately. So, and I think he knew, like, they knew, like,
well,
hey, back off.
Now Andrew.
Okay. I don't know. I felt like, because when I started, I was so young that...
They didn't realize guys were hitting on you.
I feel like they looked at me like I'm still that young 19-year-old girl. But some guys, I mean, they were pretty respectful. Like, there was nobody that went over the edge at top, like, to where I was like, oh my God, I need a restraining order, or, like, sexual harassment. Nothing like that, you know? Everyone was pretty respectable in that
That's cool.
aspect, yeah.
You still talk with Fox, Alicia?
I do. I don't often. I wish I did.
I recently saw her. First of all, her
Really?
body is amazing.
She's
way
like
better
working
shape
out.
Than you
Yeah.
too.
Such a dick.
No, she's all muscular now. She's
Yeah,
like
she
super
works
jacked.
out now,
She
yeah.
would kick your ass. And I like her new character on television.
I think so too. I think it's finally. I mean, it's been 7 years. Like,
Yeah.
it's fine. It's about time.
Well, she was
that-
champ for half a second.
Yeah, but I mean, there's never been really any storylines, so I feel like I'm glad she deserves that. You know.
Where this is kind of all over the place, so we'll just. It has memories of Alicia Fox. You guys didn't really work together.
No, I mean, we lived together in OVW.
Oh, I remember all of that.
But I mean, when you live with somebody too, and you're working together, and it's a lot.
Do you think there was any animosity because you got called up right away? And
I don't think so. I think she was very happy for me. But I think when it came to living together, it was just like, I was always gone, and then I had lost my license too for a year. So I didn't have a car. I was like using her car, and I just felt like.
Why did you lose your license?
I don't know. I can't remember. Driving with suspended license?
Nice.
Yeah.
Stupid girl.
Too many points.
That's why I had to drive all the time.
I know.
Ugh. Memories of Eve Torres.
Eve was great. Eve came in.
Another girl who came in pure eye candy.
Yeah.
And totally
worked.
stepped up her game.
Yeah. She was.
But she was another basically baby face, so you didn't really work
Yeah,
with her.
I didn't really.
Baby face.
Until the end, she turned heel for a little while.
I don't remember that. That's how great that heel run was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she turned on Zack Ryder and all
Oh
that
yeah,
stuff,
that whole
weirdness.
thing. Yeah.
His career's doing well. Say that
Yeah.
again. Memories of Vicky Guerrero.
Vicky is amazing.
Yeah.
Like, I admire her so much. Just her strength and just everything she's been through, and when I was going through a hard time, like, she was always there, and, she was also the locker room leader, she made sure if something was going on, she was gonna, handle it. And she was just great. She was very loving, very motherly. So it was great to have her in the locker room.
For the longest time, and I would always say that, Vicky Guerrero had the most heat on the company,
oh
on
my
the
gosh,
show.
she's
the
so
top heel.
amazing. She's so amazing.
She still is.
Yeah.
Any role given to her. Mm-hmm. It was funny. I remember her and Eddie were arguing.
Yeah.
And on television, and they had this little, spot, and I was like, wow, she had such fire, and she wasn't in the business or anything.
Right.
And I went up to him and her, and I said, I couldn't believe how amazing you were. And that argument, she goes, oh no, that was a real argument. She goes, we've had plenty of practice. And I was like, you were great.
Yeah.
And then, everything happened, but I couldn't believe, right then and there, I was like, whoa, that woman has it.
Yeah.
She got herself in great shape too.
Yeah, she looks great.
And again, being a woman, and I mean, when she was a lot heavier, they would make fun of her. That's thick ass skin, but she's a trooper.
Yeah.
And she went, I could never do it. I'm very self-conscious about my big fatty booty. Did you like getting drafted to SmackDown in 2010?
When I
Have some water.
was a little sad about getting drafted. I loved being on Raw. That was the live show. I feel like that was kind of a lot of people's at least women, because that was we were able to do more on Raw. I don't know. That was just our kind of thing. So when I got drafted, I was a little sad, to be honest. But I mean, whatever. I think I got back on Raw, in 6 months when they decided to start using everybody for every show.
And a lot of people don't realize, again, you have this comfort zone of, hey, you're traveling with me.
Exactly.
Now, you're traveling with anybody. Mm-hmm. You have your partners, you have your set routines, and now all of a sudden, oh shit, I'm by myself.
Yeah.
Now you're on Raw.
And you
now
hardly
you gotta go back.
see those people too that are on SmackDown. So you don't know them that well, So it's like
you gotta make new friends.
Yeah.
It's like going to a new school.
Yeah, exactly.
Memories of working with Tiffany.
Taryn, Blantourage.
The Blantourage.
We had fun.
That was great. I'm good friends with her too. That's a great IQ, the Blantourage.
We had fun.
They should just played you as two dumb blonde idiots. It would have been the best thing ever. Anyway. She's another person who really stepped up her game.
No, she's doing great.
And then she went and got pregnant.
Yeah.
What's wrong with all you girls having all these kids?
Well,
Would you like a water? You still got your thing? No. Now we're sponsored by Aquafina. We need another water here.
Please.
We gave it to the lovely girl. I'll take that little one. Memories of working season 3 NXT.
Oh yeah, I was
with Naomi as you were a mentor.
I was.
Whoa, I don't remember.
Tell me, I've been there for 5 years already. I think it was.
I was gone probably.
I know you were gone.
I couldn't take that shit no more. I could get out.
Yeah. So Naomi was. I was so happy when they put me with her, because I thought she was a lot like me. I mean, and I was like, oh, this is great. Out of all the girls, she was my favorite too. So I was happy that they paired us up. But it was great. I was able to kind of give her some of my knowledge, and because she had just come in. She was a cheerleader. She's very athletic though, but.
Is she the Funkadactyl?
Yeah. She's the athletic one, the one who does all the flips and stuff.
I watched the show. Why am I?
She got hit in the eye.
Oh, she's amazing.
I know. And I mentored
Did they change her name?
No. It's name Trinity. No, Trinity. Well, her real name's Trinity, but
I'm thinking because
Naomi.
because I watched Total Divas.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm hardcore, and that's why, because it's Trinity. But I forgot her wrestling name. Mm-hmm. She is phenomenal.
She's great.
I love watching her wrestle. She's one of my. I would hand her the ball in a heartbeat, because she can do amazing. And that was your.
Thank you. That was me.
Wow.
That was me.
Can I then put it over on myself, saying because I was your mentor?
Yes, yes, you can. I'll let you.
I remember when she hit that split leg and moonsault.
Yeah.
I mean, she also did it with her messed up eye, which was brutal when you saw it.
That's crazy.
And wow, that was your protege. Did you handpicked her?
I did.
You did not.
No,
she can blow you away in the ring.
Shut up.
You don't wrestle anymore.
I don't.
So she could blow you away in the ring. Memories of working with Caitlyn.
I didn't work with Caitlyn that often. I feel like she was.
Who's answering? Who's making up these questions? Do you like Caitlyn?
She was in NXT with Naomi.
Answer my questions. Don't put your hands on me. Ow. Did my stubble that hurt?
I know. Get it together.
Do you like Caitlyn then?
Yeah, she's very nice.
I just hung out with her and her boyfriend. She's a nice person.
Where at that
WrestleMania thing.
Oh, okay.
Another girl came in, worked her ass off. Kudos to all you ladies.
Okay.
For
Appreciate that.
I remember sitting at home when you won the WWE title, and I had a tear come to my eye, and I immediately text you, and right away, look, I'm getting goosebumps.
I know.
Right away, no matter what, Tommy, thank you so much. Look, my eyes are tearing.
I know, you're making.
That's why we were in. Her and I off camera said we couldn't talk about tests.
Yeah.
But we did. We said we'd talk about it in a positive way, because we both experienced such a traumatic loss. But we're going to make that into a positive, and just like these great moments of I'm sitting at home and it's like watching my kid win it, and because I was like, she deserved it.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
No, it was like the best moment ever. Like, And especially
we may need some tissues, Joe. We may get emotional here.
No, we're not.
Her makeup's gonna run, and then you're gonna see the beautiful Kelly Kelly without her makeup, gigantic lashes.
Hey, these are on. They're not going anywhere.
I hear you.
No, it was literally like when they told me that we were doing that. It was like a People's Choice thing or whatever, and they were voting, and so Brie had to remember 3 different matches because it was me, Eve, and Beth, and I remember they were like, okay, whoever gets chosen is winning. So, and of course they don't let you know, right?
Yeah.
So they call my name and I'm like, oh my God. So I instantly was like, okay, just go out there. And I had so many emotions, and when I had won, and because I feel like it was such a long time coming for me. And like, you know, you had girls like Fox and Maurice and all these other girls who came in and got the belt within a year of being there, you know, and with me, I feel like maybe they were waiting for that just because I was the underdog for so long, and I think they wanted to wait for that moment to where it didn't give it to me too soon. Like I feel like there was some kind of plan in there somewhere. But after 5 years, they finally were like, all right, you got this, let's do it. So I just remember winning and just being like, I was so happy. And I remember, you know, looking up and just, you know, it was just a lot of emotions, and it was very exciting. And
I remember when I won the ECW title and you were there. And
yeah.
It was, you know, in a world that's predetermined
exactly,
and
but
fake,
it's
still real.
It gives you, it makes you feel like, okay, you've proved yourself. You know, like you're good enough to do this and hold this title, and so.
Represent the
company.
Represent the company. I remember how it was real because I remember seeing your hand shaking.
Oh.
And that was your tell. That was your.
And then they were like, okay, well, Lawler's gonna interview you. I was like, oh my God. And I remember what I had to say, and I couldn't get it. Like my voice was cracking. I was like, yeah.
A real moment captured on WWE.
Yes.
Memories of feuding with Beth over the title over SummerSlam, Hell in a Cell, where you lost the belt to her. Oh.
Well, let me tell you the match that I had. Okay, so I had a match with Beth in Buffalo, in her hometown, and I was the champion. And in the 6 years I have been there, when I've been wrestling, I have never been booed. Okay?
Well, you were booed in ECW, but not.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about wrestling. When I was able to wrestle.
You booed your fat, jiggly body. Us ECW fans.
Oh my God, I was so tiny. I'm gonna
continue.
Punch you in the face. So we're in Buffalo. Beth wasn't gonna win that night, and I remember talking to her and just being like, "Look, you know, it's." I just know this crowd, and like it's gonna just you know, brace yourself because they're gonna boo the, you know. So when I was talking to everyone, you know, backstage, and they're like, look, you know, it's pro Beth, like just ignore it, blah blah blah. And I'm like, I've been booed before, so I was like, you know, whatever. So I walk out, and I've never, like, I feel like not even in ECW was I booed as much as I was in Buffalo. Like, it was awful. And I just remember, like, I have to concentrate, and all I could think about was the crowd booing me, and I was like, oh my God, I have this match, and I'm in the ring, and you can see my face, like, I'm literally so just nervous and like frazzled, exactly. So she comes out, you know, going crazy, and I just remember like, oh my God, please, so please let me be able to block them out. So I blocked them out. I was able to get through the match, and then I ended up winning, and I remember just being like, I was just running to the back, like, get me out of this. It was the worst. But it was cool experience just to understand how it is to be a bad guy, kind of, because I had never been a bad guy. So I was like, oh, this is what it's like to be booed. Okay. But yeah.
Know. I mean, come on,
yeah,
I've always been loved.
You're so over. So over.
I've never been a bad guy.
I know.
I've always been the good guy.
So yeah, the Hell in the Cell, when they told me I was losing, I was very sad. But I was glad that I was losing it to Beth, you know, because I felt like we had like a year-long kind of back and forth, which was great.
I always liked how you took her finisher too.
Oh yeah, I love doing that.
It was, you would get up super high for her and then bam, and
yeah.
go like that with your face.
I always loved selling. I always loved to sell and to, you know, cry, and I just knew how to get them, and that's what I love.
You could be like the female me, because I used to cry a lot, and I'd sell. Wow, I really am your mentor.
You are. So yeah, but I remember having to lose, and I was sad. But what can you do? It happens.
Your work is improved. You're a very good wrestler now.
Thank you.
You're the champion. You're representing the ladies. Was there a change in the locker room towards you, or?
No, because I feel like at this time...
It's a cool locker room.
It was, because all the girls who kind of come up together, it's now ours. You know what I mean? So we finally have reached that, you know, hierarchy. Like, we're the ones, you know. So when all the new girls would come in, like a Caitlyn or like a AJ or like, you know, somebody, Naomi, you know, the new NXT girls were there, you know, we were able to kind of lay the law down, and, you know, and they were very respectful of that, and so it was good.
Did you ever feel like outside pressure from the new girls coming up? I don't think so.
Really?
Also because like you're still young, so you don't gotta worry about it.
And I think I was still younger than the girls that they were bringing up, so I was like,
yeah.
I'm not getting replaced.
Memories of Mania teaming up with Maria Menounos to face Eve and Beth Phoenix.
Oh, that was so cool. That was awesome. When they told me we were going to do that, I was like, finally, you know.
That was your first WrestleMania?
Well, no, we had done Battle Royals, we had done Lumberjills, we had done, but like having a tag.
Represented match on it.
Yeah, that was pretty exciting. And, you know, having Maria there was fun too, because I was like able to kind of like, we did little tag team things, and she got like, she had been training, so she, you know, and she wanted to do all this stuff, and Bill was like, well, we don't have time to do a lot of stuff, so but yeah, it was fun. We had a great time together, and I mean, the crowd was great. I remember because we did the stink face, and she had like the white pants on, and the crowd, of course, they, you know, they were...
She's not a wrestler.
Yeah, so they were giving... But she handled it great. Like, she was laughing about it after, and so...
She loves the business.
Yeah.
And I never knew anything about her and Bob Backlund.
Yeah.
About how much Bob Backlund supported her.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
I thought her speech was great for Bob Backlund, and when I felt bad for her when at Hall of Fame when they were booing her.
Yeah.
But she took it like a
But
champ.
I feel like they do that just for celebrities coming in. I feel like they do that a lot.
Well, some celebrities are kind of, hey, we feel you're there because you're a celebrity, as opposed to, but I mean, here she is, she does have passion for wrestling. I tweeted her about that, and she like hit me totally back up, and I was like, she's a cool chick.
Yeah, she's very nice.
Was that your only WrestleMania single match? Besides like all those Lumberjills?
Yeah, I think so.
Sweet, we are tied in WrestleMania matches, and mine was a tag as well. Maria Menounos. All right. I don't understand this question. However, I think you will clear it up. Why did WWE release you in September of 2012?
That is a good question.
I thought you basically left.
Well, here's the thing.
Let's clear up the controversy.
Let's clear it up.
Because that's why we're here.
Back in, I think, May of 2012, I had went to Johnny, because I'd been on the road 6 years straight. I'd never been hurt. I was on the road, you know, every weekend house shows, never time off. So it was a lot. And I was just like, I'm tired. Like, I need like 3 months just to like rest, you know, get my body back together, you know, and because people don't understand, like, people just think, oh, it's just TV. No. And if you're not hurt, if you never, you're like constant. And I was never hurt, luckily, thank God. But I was just like, I just need a break. So I took 3 months off, got my head together, and I came back. And I was always having like neck issues. I was getting bad migraines, and I was related to like the disc in my neck. And you know, I kind of put that off too. And so when I came back from the 3 months, I was like, look, this is kind of bothering me. And they're like, okay, well, can you work one of the tours? And I said yes, and because I kind of wasn't ready to come back yet. So then I kind of prolonged it a little bit longer. And I remember they wanted me to go get my neck looked at. Well, I went to Sheldon's hockey guy to get my neck looked at, and they wanted me to go to their guy. And I was like, well, I want to go first here. And so they're like, fine, but you have to go to Pittsburgh and get it looked at. So I was like, okay. So I just kept putting it off. I was just, I don't know, I felt like my heart wasn't in it how it was. Like, I wasn't excited to go to work, you know. And I feel like if your heart's not in it, your matches are gonna show. And I was just so burnt out, and I was so tired, and you know, I feel like I needed that long break to see if I could get that back. And I had thought about it, and I kind of was like, I want to do some other things though too. So I went and talked to Hunter, and I kind of said like, look, is there a way that we could do something part-time? Like, I'm just, I kind of want to do other things. And he was like, well, let me think about it. And then this was in the era of the really PG too, 2 years ago. Ooh. And I wanted to do a calendar. So I started shooting from my calendar, and I wasn't going to do it under Kelly Kelly. I was doing it under Barbie Blank, whatever. And they were like, well, we have to approve the photos. They didn't approve them, but I put some up on my Twitter. They told me to take them down. I guess I didn't take one of them down. I got a call, hey, take it down. And then I guess they just got, I think they knew that I was kind of ready, and I just wasn't saying anything. I wasn't doing what they needed me to do. I didn't go to Pittsburgh to get my, I was just kind of prolonging the process because I knew they were going to let me go if I was, doing this stuff. Because I didn't want to quit per se. I kind of wanted to be let go. So when I got the call, I just knew it was my time. It was time. And it was amicable, like there was no hard feelings, like I totally understood, and that was that.
Did you have a neck injury?
I do. I have my discs, are all discombobulated. I have my neck, I guess your neck's supposed to curve a little bit.
Yeah, no, it's straight now.
It's straight. And, wrestling. Yeah. So it's,
Mine's sideways.
That's much more years of wrestling than I have, I'm sure.
From bumps and doing stuff, a lot of people's spines, they go directly straight up.
Yeah.
Are you in any pain?
I just get really bad migraines to where I have to go to urgent care and get a shot of Toradol or something because it's that bad to where I can't open my eyes, the light, you know what I mean? It's bad. So,
Will you ever wrestle again?
I feel like the one thing when I knew I was leaving was that I was gonna be sad about was performing. I love performing and I love the fans. I loved doing what I did, but it was just everything else that kind of made my heart not be in it. Let me clarify that. It was everything else. It was the travel. It was people. I was just I was tired, but the one thing was the fans and performing. That's the one thing, that my heart was still in, but everything else that came along with it, it was just
not worth it.
Yeah, so.
Trust me, I get it.
Yeah.
It's the grind. It's,
it is.
Doing it 300 days a year.
It is.
You're also a top act. On your days off, you had to do media days.
Exactly.
You have to do a lot of stuff.
And then I was in a relationship with someone who it got pretty serious with, and I feel like when you find somebody too, and you have something else, because when I was so young, and that's why I was so happy that I started so young, I was kind of able to live my life, have fun, and then when I met Sheldon, he was someone who kind of made me see other things besides wrestling. And so I just felt like I was ready to, settle down and get more serious with him. And I wanted to try acting. I wanted to, we were living in LA. I was like, why not? I was young. I was 26. I'm 27 now. And just see what else was out there. So, but I don't know. Maybe, I would come back for something special.
House of Hardcore, Tommy Dreamer, be in his corner, get caned by Sandman.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do it.
I got a potential Kelly booking. But that's cool, and you do miss the fans, and you do miss performing. Mm-hmm. Rumors were a couple of years ago, WWE was trying to ask you to come back. Mm-hmm. Were they?
Yes.
Door open for you?
Yes, I think it always will be. We left very amicably. There's no hard feelings. I talk to Carano all the time.
Big star, Total Divas, Mark Carano. Big star, the heater, the stooge himself.
He's taking Johnny's job, right?
Yeah, technically.
Oh, okay.
I guess.
Yeah.
I wonder if he has to fire people now.
That would be. I bet he does.
That'd be awesome.
That would be funny to see what
he's a big star on Total Divas.
He's great.
He's a good friend of mine, man. But yeah, he's so doors always open for you.
Yeah, so
keep on saying no, because then I keep on throwing money at you, and then remember me. You left the door open. All right. So now we're outside the WWE bubble. Mm-hmm. What's it like?
It's nice. It's really nice.
There is life after wrestling.
There is.
A lot of people
are very scared. And that was the one thing, too, I was a little nervous of because...
You went from a teenager
yes, I feel like I grew up in front of the cameras and with these people, and you go through something because I feel like you were this person for so long.
It's hard to fit in.
It is. And because you go from doing that to nothing, and you're just like, what do I do? Like, who am I, kind of thing. Like, you have like a little midlife crisis. Like, you know, it was a little depressing at times because you're like, this was my life, and now, and you have this persona, and the crowd loves you, and you go from like, you know, being this big star to not. You know, so I feel like you go through something, and I feel like a lot of athletes in general go through that. Like, if they're done with their careers, they go through something, you know. And I definitely went through a transition for a good year of like trying to figure out like where I fit in and what I wanted to do, and you know, just figure out me, because I was so young when I started, and you know, being in my late 20s. You know, just trying to figure
I think
out
there
what
should
to
be
do.
like a rehab program to get people into real society.
I know, it is. I mean, it's so different.
We are so in our bubble.
Yeah.
And then to
And
break
all of your
out.
friends are there.
I
Yeah.
think it's cool for you because you found someone else,
Mm-hmm.
and you found, like me, and you know this, my world was all wrestling,
Right.
wrestling. I lose ECW, the original ECW. I am like, oh.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was suicidal. I mean, it was the
Right.
worst point of my life.
Yeah.
And then, yes, I got called back. I would go to WWE, but then I'm in that bubble, and you're like always chasing. They dangle the carrot. You know,
Exactly.
you want to always improve. You're
Yeah,
always there, and then you
exactly.
turn around. You're at least 26. I'm friggin' 43 now.
Yeah.
But I mean, I found it with my kids,
Right.
and now it's funny. I look at, besides like talking with you, but you see a lot of the girls, they've left, they're getting married, they're having kids,
Yeah.
they're doing all that stuff. So
Yeah.
you find another passion.
Exactly.
It is hard.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm going to start a new program for guys adapting into the business. And it's just also where I personally don't like when people are like, why'd you retire? And
Yeah.
we're not retiring. I mean, I wrestle all the time.
Yeah.
But, you know, you're still out there, you're still in the public eye, you're still trying to do
Yeah.
different things.
Yeah.
What are the different things you want to do in your life?
well,
Again, you're 26.
I'm doing a movie in September, a horror film called The Epidemic with Danny Trejo.
Sweet. Are you gonna show your boobies in that one?
No.
That's what the real fans want to see.
Me. So I'm doing that. I'm just auditioning for, you know, little parts here and there, and just seeing.
I like your poster
Thank
that
you.
you put out there, very Farrah Fawcett, to date
Thank
myself. It was, I plugged the shit out of your stupid,
did.
like, calendar
I
and all
loved
that
it.
stuff.
Well, Tommy's always got my back.
Yeah, get away from me. Your favorite moments in the WWE? You've already touched upon them.
Yeah. Definitely winning the Divas Championship.
Number one.
Yeah.
Your lowest moment?
That's a good one. I feel like you go through highs and lows. So I don't think there was a particular low. I think it's when you don't have a storyline and you're kind of just going out there and wrestling just for the sake of wrestling, and you don't have a storyline. It just kind of gets like a little boring, and you just, you know, want to do something else, you know?
Favorite match in your career?
I would have to
And
say.
her entire career has been in WWE, by the way. Never an indie, nothing. You should actually never do an independent wrestling match.
I am not.
You should. You should just always. You can only say your entire career was in WWE.
No.
It was awesome.
I'd probably say SummerSlam against Beth when I had the championship. It was so great because my mom was sitting in the front, Sheldon was sitting in the front. I just felt like the crowd, we had an amazing match. The crowd was amazing. My first singles match on SummerSlam, which is almost as big as Mania. Everything
The
about
base
it.
event of the summer.
Yeah. So everything about it was just perfect. So.
All right. Here we go.
Okay.
Name game
Okay.
and/or any good stories on any of these names.
Okay.
I don't want to start with myself first. Triple H.
I'll see, with him, like, I didn't really interact that much.
And your boyfriend at the time hated him.
Yeah. So that was kind of awkward.
So awkward, Triple H. There you go. Stephanie McMahon.
Like, I didn't really, I mean, I only came to her when I needed something.
So then your answer would be problem solver. How about that?
Oh,
Booyah.
so do I just say a word?
No, just tell me a story or like name game.
All right.
Oh,
I'm trying to make this more complicated than it is.
Great.
For you, Tommy.
John Cena.
I just
can't see
remember
him.
being on the tours, and he was just, you know, but I hear, well, now that I don't know, I guess it's not as, when I came in, it was like every tour overseas was the party. It was a party. Like every night on the bus, at the bar, like just, and John was always a life, like the life of party. He was always like, get down here, like we're drinking, you know, and he just, it was great because I feel like it was a release from the craziness and being in a different country. And I was always, I didn't like going overseas. I didn't like being away from my home base, I guess. I just felt uncomfortable sometimes. So it was great that everybody would hang out. And I think he just knew that everybody had been working so hard, and he was always so great.
Those are grueling tours between you travel. You usually
2
leave
weeks
after
straight,
TVs,
too.
and then you go to UK, or even if you leave TV on a Monday, you land somewhere, it's Wednesday, and you're now touring. If you're Singapore, Australia, all that stuff. I was like when we go to UK and we'd be like, Calais, 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 Calais.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, but John is a true locker room leader.
Yes.
I got mad props for Mr. Cena. But this isn't my shoot interview, so stop including yourself in Tommy Dreamer. I'm sorry, I'm a hog. I've never done one of these. Maybe I will do these. I'm gonna
You should, you're good.
I'll have you interview me.
Okay.
My shoot interview.
I want to do it.
My shoot interview would probably be about 10 discs.
Oh, yours would be.
Because I go ECW, I go WWE, WWE Office, back to WWE, TNA, Independence, back to WWE, back to TNA.
10 hours.
Sex is a whole other thing. Girls, we can't even get into.
Which, by the way, Tommy loves to tell me about his
lady stories.
Yes, and
I had to prepare you for the filthiness of pro wrestlers.
It was just, I don't know why he felt the need to.
Because we were traveling together.
I've like never experienced like men like who talk and say this stuff. So I'm like, oh.
I was preparing you for wrestling.
It was pretty entertaining.
All the craziness.
It was entertaining.
All right. Name game. Good stories, if you have them. Undertaker. Bong. Bong.
I just remember, like, with Michelle, he was, he was always so sweet to her, and, like, he was always so sweet to the women. Like, he was always very respectable, very nice, and I talk to Michelle a lot now, because we're thinking about moving to Austin, where they live, when Sheldon retires, so that would be fun.
Sweet.
But, yeah.
We'd have like the two blondes.
I know.
Michelle McCool, another girl who we'll never see her shoot interview. We don't need to ever see that one. But another girl who went from a model, athletic background, to stepped up her game big time. So kudos to all you ladies.
Thank you.
I'm going through all this stuff and I'm like, wow.
I know.
You're not. And honestly, even just sitting here talking to you, it's almost like a revelation for me because I look at you always as dumb, stupid Kelly that I have to hold her hand through life. No, but you know the business. I'm talking to you as my peer as opposed to, all right, Kelly, what's going on now? So you have matured. I'm getting old. I hate it.
Thank you.
Fit Finley.
Fit is amazing. He's just the best. Like when he came in and he was, because I think he left for a while, and then he came back in to mentor the girls or be the girls' agent. He just knows psychology so well, and the women, like he just knows how to make great women matches and put them together and bring out the best in every girl, you know, regardless. And he just was so hands-on and would just wanted us to be happy. And even if we had a shitty match, he would just be like, it's, you know, you're great. Just, you know, don't worry about it.
Forward.
You know, move forward. And he was great. He was amazing.
The Nature Boy. Woo! Ric Flair.
He is hilarious. When I first came in, I was 19, you know, and he was who he was, you know, and like looking at me, he's like, holy moly, like how old are you? And he would always, you know, he was one of those. He's great. I mean, he's
holy moly, how old are you? Okay, I'm sure he said that.
Yes, along those lines. He's great. I don't have any stories really, just of how.
Did you ever just wear the robe and?
No, I already heard the stories. I never saw them personally.
Well, he's here today too.
I know. I saw him last week.
So we're
at a
gonna
convention.
cane you. We'll have Ric Flair wear his robe. We're gonna do so much fun stuff to you tonight.
I'm leaving at 3.
Wonderful. Mick Foley.
Oh, Mick. He is so great. Mick was always so nice to me. He was very sweet. He had kind of left too. He wasn't around much when I was there. He would come back for special occasions and stuff. But he loved the girls. Like, he was very, whenever, he was very respectable. Liked, when we had a girl match, he would put in his sense of, if he was watching, and, yeah.
The Rock.
Well, he was gone when I came in. But he had come back for Mania and stuff, and he was, we were out to dinner one night. I was with my mom and my dad, and we walk in, and Rock's eating, I think, with Tamina, and he, like, stands up, he introduces himself to my parents, like, my sister, like, just so gentlemanlike, and, because I was, you never know, because I had never met him before, you never know how, because he's who he is, but he was just very nice, like, talking, like, it was like, you guys can come sit, and chat, and so, he was always so nice.
Yes, he is. Mm-hmm. Paul Heyman.
Oh, Paul.
Oh, Paul. Still get that reaction, Paul, if you're watching this. Another generation. Oh, Paul.
I remember we had a show in Jacksonville. This was an ECW. And the first time I was coming home, and I had been on TV every week. And this is the one week I wasn't on TV. And I had always heard stories that when you're in your hometown, you lose or you're not.
You wrestle on your birthday,
yeah.
You lose,
yeah.
your family's there, they're going to do something embarrassing.
Exactly. And I remember Paul had gotten out of the meeting, and he's like, Kelly, you're not on the show tonight. And I was like, what?
I remember this.
Yes.
You had so many tickets.
I had 30 people. Like, legit. I mean, maybe more. Because I was like, all my family's like, yeah, you're going to be on. Like, you've always been on. You would not be on, right? And I'm like, no. So he's like, pulls me aside. Like, it's super serious. Like, he gets, he's like, Kelly, you're not going to be on the show tonight. And I was like, what? And I was threw this big fit, and I was like throwing out anything I could. I'm like, look, just let me do something. I don't care. And I just remember begging like all day, and they're like, no, sorry. And I was just like, so,
okay.
It's very sad. But Paul, other than that, was always great.
Tommy Dreamer.
Oh, Tommy.
He's the best.
I have so many stories.
All right, we can't tell any of those. He's just the best.
He is.
Okay, Vince McMahon.
Well, the chair story was...
Vince McMahon dancing for you. That's awesome. Anyone you want to bury on this shoot interview?
Nope.
No? Anyone you want to put over that we didn't touch upon?
I think
we did a career retrospect.
We pretty much
I can't believe Kelly has grown up America. She is now my peer. Gosh, I think I'm done. I don't know if you have anything you'd like to say to your fans, to your people who support you.
For watching.
How do we still get in contact with you?
On my Twitter at Real Barbie Blank. I have my Instagram, which is Real Barbara Blank, and then I have my Facebook, which is The Barbie Blank.
Okay. Who are your last question? Who are your people you hang out with now? I see you're with Maurice.
I hang out with Maurice. That's my girl.
Okay.
we hang out all the time. We just went out, me, her, Ms., and my girlfriend. We went to Boa, the steakhouse in LA, and partied.
I saw a bunch of stupid butt pictures of all you girls.
Oh yeah, Memorial Day weekend.
Nice.
Yep, it's fun.
So she's one of your main hang because she's out
girl.
in LA.
Yeah, yep. She's just hanging out. I talked to Layla, but I don't talk to many people from.
I haven't seen you really since WrestleMania, but the best part about wrestling is, especially our relationship with you, you hit me up, I hit you up right away.
Yeah.
But it's exactly where
we left off. Exactly.
And it's no time has passed. Yeah. We'll catch up, hey, how's, the life, blah, blah, blah. But that's the good part about the business, but that's also the good part of real friends. Do you have any regrets?
I do not. I feel like everything that I did was meant to happen, and that's what I think.
Well, that's about it. We have the Kelly shoot interview. This is my first one. I hope it was entertaining. I think I enjoyed my conversation talking here with my bud.
Yeah.
And again, you America grew up watching you. You had a great career. You deserve, honestly, truly, you deserved everything you got because you worked really, really hard, and you had a hard upbringing in this business, and you persevered. I personally love you, and
I love
so
you
do
too.
all the fans.
Thank you,
baby.
honey. Love you.